Let's make some color palettes with the West Wool wall. When I'm working on different designs, I always start with yarn first. And like I was talking about before, when you stick in one color family, that can always be a really nice and safe route to begin your colors. So Brioche, which color family? Should we do the blacks and the grays to match you? Okay, let's start with grays and then maybe we can spice it up. So when you're working with colors, starting with just your instincts, getting a few shades in the same family can always be really nice. Like these are just made to go together. This is Pebble, French Gray, and Mouse. So that's beautiful. That would be a gorgeous, soft, subtle palette. But I always like to spice things up. So I would put like a royal blue with it. This is one of my go-to types of color combos, is a few shades of the neutral family with one color pop, and it really stands out. This is 3 shades of neutral, like a silver, a white, and a charcoal with a peachy fluorescent color pop. So these would make a beautiful exploration station or any other 4-color design. You could even do a bright yellow with that for a really zesty accent, a zesty zing. Or what about a bold pink pop? So when you have lots of neutral colors, it gives you a really safe palette, a really safe background for you to go wild with your accent color pop. Okay, now that we're kind of safe with the pop here, what happens when we add other types of colors? Ooh, we could go like pink and teal. So when you start replacing the safe colors and going with more bold tones, maybe even this gold, then things start to get really electric and more spicy. So you could do the reverse and get mostly color pops with just one neutral accent. Or for those of you that are really bold and brave, then you can go just all bold and bright colors. With the peach would be really fun, and then it gets really electric and saturated with color. So any of these kind of 4-color ideas would be really nice for the exploration station. And I laid out this design with each color being seen on its own. So you have these bold blocks of color in the short rows and these really thin stripes dividing the fields of color. And then every color combination gets to play together in a different way with different stitches. So it really transforms the colors and lays them out in a different way throughout the design. One more easy to translate design idea is the Chrysler shawl. This is one of my 2-color designs, and it's much easier picking just 2 colors. So when you have just 2 colors to choose, you gotta make sure they're both colors you love. Never play it safe with your color choices. If you're questioning your colors early on in the pattern, early on in the process, I feel like you just are gonna doubt yourself more and more as you finish towards the border. So if you're not feeling the colors in the beginning, do a refresh and a restart and make sure those 2 colors are filling you with that happiness and that spark of inspiration. So with this palette, this was a light blue and a dark gray. And I always love mixing a really bold, dark neutral with a statement color pop. So something like this, like the Canal House and Aquamarine color, or that gray, ooh, with this spicy green. This is our pickle juice color. That could be really nice together. Whenever you have a really high contrast in the fabric, it's with your colors, it's gonna be giving you really crisp, clean lines for the thin stripes. So these are just 2 row stripes in the Chrysler shawl, and because there's a dark and a light, you see every little skinny line, as opposed to this kind of combination. This is really beautiful and fresh, but because they're both really light colors, you're not gonna see the stripes quite as clearly when both colors are of a similar contrast. So to get that crispy, more pronounced effect, I would go with a dark and a light. Or if you don't want the neutral, ooh, this is a really dark green. Ooh, that's really nice. Or even this green olive color. This would still be a nice enough contrast to see all those crisp details enough. So this is 200 grams of each color. So that would be 4 skeins of each color of the West Wool bicycle. And the 2-color shawls are always really nice, easy ones to start with because you don't get overwhelmed with the color choices. Just let the colors do all the talking for you and enjoy all those crisp, clean details and the designs like Chrysler.